Hi guys! Everyone's favorite big titty podcast is back. Jiggle jiggle jiggle. Jiggle jiggle. Jiggle jiggle jiggle. Jiggle jiggle. So, my name is Sade and welcome to this week's BoobyChat podcast. Woo! 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 Everyone's favorite time of the week. Now, I would like to say a massive thank you to all my new subscribers. Hello! I hope you all enjoyed my New Year's Eve booby chat talking about superiority and inferiority complexes. I got a really good response from people because, I think many people do suffer from an inferiority complex, and this is not unique to a single race. I think all human beings deal with feelings of inferiority, which we try to mask with feelings of superiority from time to time. Now, before we do get into this week's topic of interracial dating, I'm just going to briefly introduce myself. So, my name is Sade, otherwise known as the Black Megan Fox. Otherwise known as the Black Cat in the Poetry World. And I'm a spoken word artist, writer, singer, songwriter, performer, and general person trying to make it through life. Now, if you would like to check out any of my other booby chats, please click the links down below. I have talked about everything from first date sex to female friendship, to toxic shame. I've covered so much different topics and every single one of them has touched the hearts of my viewers. So yeah, just go ahead and check that out. Now, in this week's topic, we are going to talk about interracial dating. Ooh, it's so inflammatory, right? It's kind of not really a topic where I'm really giving my advice. Maybe I'm just sharing my personal experiences on it. Now, if we are going to be brutally honest, interracial dating is a very inflammatory topic. I would say, particularly for melanated people, I'm probably not unique in this, but as a woman of colour, a lot of people have tried to tell me who I should date, insinuating that I should, mainly stick to black men, essentially. Now, I'm a black woman in a majority white country, so for most of my life, I have dated interracially. Most of my life, I've dated non-black men, etc. I've dated black guys too, but I've dated men that, haven't been the same race as me, and this is something that is probably, I know we all have the whole couple goals on Instagram, but it's quite unique to myself. Now, when I want to talk about interracial dating, one thing that I will do is that I will just, briefly share my experiences. I want to say that, first of all, interracial dating is not just a white and a black person. Interracial dating can be black and Asian, Asian and white, Asian and Mexican. You know what I mean? It covers a massive kind of broadness in terms of race. Now, what I would say, I'm going to focus mainly on black women and interracial dating. Now, in my experiences when I have dated interracial dating, when I've dated men outside my race, the response from people has often been kind of disappointed, negative, not very good, even if it has been a man that has treated me nicely, that has loved and adored me, because just because of his race, you know what I mean? It's just been and I want to just touch upon the reason as to why I think that is. The reason is because when you're a woman of colour, you're a victim to racism as well. It's not just a situation where you're dealing with just, the typical shit of being a woman, being sexually harassed and shit like that. You are also dealing with racism. This can come in the form of women and men. So I think one of the reasons why a lot of black women choose not to date outside their race is because when they want to feel their womanhood and their femininity, that chance they get to do that, why they're going to do it with someone who is their oppressor, who is a person who treats them like shit in the workplace or etc. Now, just in terms of my general perspective, on it, what we do have to kind of understand as a woman, you know, as a woman of color, it's your decision if you want to date interracially. One thing I will say is understand that love transcends race, creed, and color. I think it's very important. Don't limit yourself from who could love you just because of, you know, you feel, or just because you've gone through painful experiences in the past. I think one of the realities of being a woman of color is that your race, you know, it's sad and it shouldn't be like this, but your race can dictate a lot of your experiences, unfortunately, and being fetishized is something that you can go through, which I've gone through a lot, unfortunately. But I've also had really loving white men that have adored me and cherished me and took care of me and appreciate me a lot more than men of my own race have. And so just from my own personal perspective, I think open up your heart. You know, I'm not saying do it or don't do it. What I'm saying is don't limit yourself from receiving love from somebody else. Now, of a different race, because love is so broad, you know, and everyone deserves to be loved. Everyone deserves to receive love, to be cherished, to be adored, and you know, and I think looking at the skin suit that beautiful heart comes in, I think that doesn't really matter. That's just my own personal opinion. But one thing I would like to say is that if you do have, you know, a partner who is a different race to you, that will not protect you from racism, okay? You know, some women of color are deluded into this idea of the white savior, the white man that's going to rescue you, adore you. I've had a couple white saviors in my time. But the truth of the matter is that won't protect you from racism. It won't or will not. Yes, you will go to work and you might go through shit and you'll come home to your man who wants to make love to you and love and adore you. Now, how you deal with that within yourself is very unique to every single woman of color. I've had some girlfriends that will not date white men. Most of my girlfriends will not. Some girlfriends that are open to it. Love is love, but majority of them been like, no, I want to stick to my own kind again. That's just unique to you. And like I said before, in terms of interracial dating, not saving you from racism, I want to use case in point. One of my idols is Meghan Markle. She had to get rushed out of Britain because the royal family refused to allow black blood into it. Even though Meghan Markle was extremely light-skinned and could pass for white quite easily, the fact she was a black mother was enough for her to be like, was enough for them to see her as, you know, not someone who was going to be in the family, you know. But Prince Harry loved and adored her and, you know, kept her safe, protected her, moved her back to California, where they got a beautiful life with their beautiful family. So, case in point, I want to say, don't delude yourself into thinking now you've got a white man who's going to protect you from the R word. It really will not. But just about in terms of your personal experience of life, you know, do you want to receive love? Do you want to be open to love, or do you want to have put limits on love and who can love you? Now, I just want to just kind of briefly talk about being fetishized and stuff. You know, it's a shame that, you know, we are in 2021 and that shit is still happening. It really is a shame. It is draining. But I think as women of color, it's kind of our job to educate people, educate men in terms of saying, no, it's not okay. It's about kind of setting boundaries and stuff. And also, again, it's about what you are comfortable with. Some women don't really mind it, and some women do. So this was kind of basically like a BoobyChat, kind of just talking about interracial dating, that it's okay to do it, open your heart. It won't protect you from the R word, and just don't limit who can love you. Hope you enjoyed it. It was really brief today. What I was about to say, you want to check out any previous BoobyChats, again, please click the link down below. This was the Black Cat. Peace out.